everyone, and welcome back to the Nerd Bar, and welcome to yet another toy haul. I have a little bit of everything here. I've got some vintage stuff, as you can see here with this glorious freaking playset. I've got some Masters of the Universe classics. I've got some Transformers, Marvel Legends, Mezcos, a Pop, wrestling, lots of stuff. And I also have some Blu-rays. So let's get started with these first. I have picked up a few Blu-rays in the last couple weeks, starting with this amazing movie, Mission Impossible Fallout. Probably one of the best fight scenes I've seen this year in cinema. Just an amazing fight scene. If you've seen this movie, it is the one that occurs in the bathroom. Awesome, awesome fight scene. Great movie. Just an entirely awesome movie. But I really, really loved Mission Impossible Fallout, so I bought that Blu-ray. This one right here, I did not see in the theater. However, I saw some clips on YouTube. A lot of people hated this movie. I'm a big fan of Shane Black. I know a lot of people said, I'm a big fan of Shane Black too, and I still hated this movie. But the clips that I saw on YouTube, I genuinely enjoyed. If they were comedic clips, I actually laughed pretty hard at them. And if they were action clips, I thought they were pretty cool. So I bought The Predator. I will let you know, I guess, what I think of it. But as far as the clips that I've seen on YouTube, there's actually like a bunch of clips just floating around from the movie, like full uncut clips. I enjoyed it so far. So we'll see if I like the entire movie. And then last but not least, it is Venom. I bought this Blu-ray as well. I saw this in the theater. Really liked Venom. I was actually mildly surprised by it. My expectations were kind of low going in, but I really enjoyed it. So Tom Hardy was great, and I bought Venom. So let's get started. I'm going to start with this, since it's right in the middle of this whole nerd bar, and I need to move it so I can show you the other stuff. This is a playset, and this right here is the Hall of Justice from DC Superpowers. And this thing is amazing. I'm not sure if you could see the little detail in the back here. Probably not, but there's like etched detail of the entire Justice League in the back. This thing opens up and expands, and for those that are not aware, I am fairly sure that this building is based on an actual building in the very city that I live in Cincinnati. This is based on this building right here. So it's even cooler that I was able to pick this up. I have wanted this thing since I was a small child. I never really got any playsets when I was a kid. I got a lot of figures. I got the occasional vehicle on Christmas for my birthday. Never got any playsets. Always wanted this playset because I remember having a lot of Superpowers figures when I was a kid. But even my buddy, he used to get all the playsets. He never got this one either. So this is really awesome. I will probably show you this on its own episode on my channel. I'll probably do like an entire Superpowers episode, because I want to open this thing up, show you what it looks like on the inside. It opens up, there's rooms, there's stuff going on, but I got the Hall of Justice. So thank you very, very much, Mike's Vintage Toys, for having this one available and allowing me to buy this one and fulfill a grail that I've always wanted. While we're talking about vintage toys and talking about superpowers, I did pick up a carded Superman figure. So there's a few figures that I actually want to buy carded and keep on card and maybe put in like a plastic case to keep safe. But this is amazing. They actually produced these skinny cards, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe these were done in Canada. There is Superman. I thought about actually sending this in to get graded. The card is not in the best condition, but this figure's never been removed from the bubble. So this figure is in pristine condition. So I actually thought about getting it graded. So you could see the bends in the actual card itself, but still very, very awesome. So there you go. Superman, DC Superpowers carded figure. While we're talking about DC and action figures, let's move on to a very, very recent property, that being Aquaman, which I personally can't wait to see in the theater. So if by the time you've watched this video you have seen the Aquaman movie, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I've honestly heard nothing but positive reviews about it, but I did pick up the final figure I needed in this Aquaman first wave. So there's 4 figures there, and the last one I needed was Mira. So I picked up Mira, and I've already opened her, and let me show you what she looks like out of package. Here is Mira, played by Amber Heard in the movie. I think she looks pretty cool, and I was actually pleasantly surprised by this figure because the way that it looked, it didn't look like it had any kind of ankle pivot, and I was worried that it was going to be like previous DC Multiverse movie figures because they have had the worst ankle articulation ever and they're hard to stand. I still don't like how they do this like heel right here because it still makes them pretty difficult to stand. Just make a flat foot. We're fine with a flat foot. We don't need these like fake heels here. But the good news about this figure is that she does have ankle pivot. See, there's an example of ankle pivot. So it's easier to get her to stand. I do like the paint on this figure a lot. She does come with an alternative hand, which I have one of them in there right now. It's kind of like she's controlling water, which is a pretty cool effect, I gotta say. I really wanted to pick her up so that I could complete the bath because the Build-A-Figure, or Collect and Connect as DC is calling them, is pretty awesome. And he is a trench warrior, and here he is completed. So let me show you the detail on this thing. He does have an articulated jaw, so you can close his mouth. You can open his mouth as well. You can see the inside there. Pretty awesome. But very, very happy to complete this Build-A-Figure Collect and Connect, whatever the heck it's called. But there's the Trench Warrior, there is Mira, and there you go. Moving on to some other loose figures that I purchased. I actually just purchased these guys on eBay last week. Just got them in. If you have not had a chance to check it out, check out my last video because that is a huge haul. All Masters of the Universe Classics figures. I found these on eBay for a pretty good price. eBay was doing coupons on different things, so I utilized coupons. I utilized the best offer, and I got these 3 guys for a pretty good price. But I got the first edition He-Man figure from Masters of the Universe Classics. He is amazing. The only thing that I think would have been even more cool is if it included the new head that they included with the Ultimates line. But this right here is cool. Comes with the shield, the power sword, the axe. But there is He-Man right there. If you saw my last video, you saw that I did pick up the Faker Ultimates figure. It is still on card. It's not coming off card. So I figured I need a Faker to display with my collection. So I picked up the first edition Masters of the Universe Classics by Mattel Faker. So he comes with the power sword. He comes with the, I think it's a half power sword. But he is very, very cool looking. You probably cannot tell, but he has red eyes, and it really makes the face sculpt pop out and the blue pop. And he will look great with my Evil Warriors. Speaking of Evil Warriors, I finally got a Skeletor. I don't have a Skeletor in my collection until now. But I got my favorite one. This is the Battle Armor one. My favorite version of Skeletor. I'll probably buy other versions of Skeletor. I definitely want the original one. And just like the He-Man, he does come with the other chest plates that you can pop in there. Yeah, you can pop those in since it doesn't have the action features like it used to where you could tap the chest and it would continuously get more damaged. This one just has the little pieces that you can pop in there. But very, very awesome. There is Skeletor. Comes with the battle axe. Looks fantastic. Alright, moving on to other very, very cool 80s properties. This is Thundercats, and I picked up another Thundercats Classics figure. If you watched, I think it was a couple videos ago, you saw that I got the Lion-O, the Mumra, and the Panthro. I still need the Pumira and the Wily Kit and Wily Cat 2-pack, but I picked up Jackalman. So I got him for a pretty good price. But there is Jackalman right there. And I still haven't decided if I'm taking these off of card. Mostly because they look fan-freaking-tastic on card. I love the way these look on card. I mean, you have the full window, and you could see the full figure and the accessories. Nothing obstructing it. And then you have this awesome artwork right here, which is embossed. By the way, I just noticed that it's raised. Of Lion-O's eyes and the sword. And then look at this artwork on the back. How amazing does that look? That is freaking cool. So again, these display so well in package, I'm not sure if I'm going to take them out of package. So there is Jackalman. You may or may not see him and the other Thundercats Classics figures that I have out of package. I might do something dumb and just buy loose versions of all the figures that I've bought. There's not that many figures in the line right now, so it would not take me too long to find all the figures loose. It would be pricey since that line was like almost $100, but I wouldn't have to open these up out of package, and I can have the carded version displayed with the loose version. Alright, let's talk wrestling. I did pick up a WWE figure. I haven't bought a whole lot of WWE or WWE Elite figures recently, but this is one that I wanted as soon as I saw it was solicited. She's awesome. I followed her career all throughout the UFC, but this is Ronda Rousey, and this is her basic figure. I'll probably buy the Elite figure when it comes out, but here she is. This is coming off card. I'm going to give her the women's title, but very, very cool figure, $10. Ronda Rousey. It's the first figure of her in the WWE. Alright, let's talk Marvel Legends, and let's talk Into the Spider-Verse. This is not going to be a review on Into the Spider-Verse. I will say this. If you don't follow me on Facebook, I posted this on Facebook. Into the Spider-Verse is probably my favorite animated movie of all time. And that's a bold statement. Obviously, people are like, what about The Incredibles? What about Toy Story? What about the Lego movie? What about the Batman Lego movie? This right here, Into the Spider-Verse, my favorite animated movie of all time. It is one of my favorite movies of the entire year. I think Infinity War is still my favorite movie of the year, but it's definitely top 5 of the entire year. It's one of the best comic book movies I've ever seen. It's amazing. If you have not seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, do yourself a favor, go see it. If you are a Spider-Man comic book fan, holy crap, what are you waiting for? Stop what you're doing right now. Stop this video. Go see the movie, come back, and then push play again and watch the rest of this video. That's all I'll say about it right now. This is not a movie review. I just wanted to share my thoughts on that movie because I loved it so much. But I did buy this 2-pack here. I needed the Gwen Stacy, so I'm glad that they reissued her. And then here's Miles right here, and it's a repainted Miles. It's basically the same sculpt. I wish they would have included his Jordans that he wore in the movie. Those Jordans are badass, by the way. I would love to buy those Jordans. I think they're actually offering that same style that he wore in the movie is like a shoe that you can actually buy. So I wish they would have included the Jordans. That would have been cool. I know licensing and stuff like that. But that would have been awesome on this figure. Also, I think he wore a jacket with like a hood, like a hoodie. That would have been cool too. And then the other thing that kind of I wish they would have done is update the head sculpt. Because that doesn't really look like his animation from the movie. He had like more hair. This is a very, very like short-haired version of Miles right there. Still a cool figure. I like how they redid the paint on the chest there because that's what it looks like in the movie. And then here's Spider-Gwen. It looks like they redid like the ankle paint. That looks new. But again, they included the original head. That's basically just a repack. If they had done the Spider-Gwen head from the movie with the shaved head hair right here. Sorry, spoiler alert. Minor, super minor spoiler alert. She's got a little shaved hair action, but it's hilarious how that happens. That would have been cool. That would have made this 2-pack probably one of my favorite pickups, Legends-wise, of the year, if they had made it more accurate to the movie. But otherwise, this is a cool 2-pack. I like it. Into the Spider-Verse, Marvel Legends. Let's talk Pops. I still buy Pops. I'm very, very picky on Pops now. I love this show right here, My Hero Academia. I ordered this thing like it felt like 6 months ago from Pop in a Box, and they shipped it to me out of the blue. I thought the order was dead because I didn't get anything back saying that it was going to be in stock, that it was going to be fulfilled. I just ordered it, I gave my credit card, and I didn't hear back. So I thought the order was gone, but this just shipped, and it is All Might, and he's very, very cool, and I love the show. So very awesome. I also ordered a Catchin' and the original Deku, but I don't know if those are going to show. You never know. Maybe like 3 months from now, they'll just mysteriously show up on my doorstep. But there's All Might. Got that one. And yes, My Hero Academia. Okay, and then that brings us to these two guys. So this is the same figure. This is Hot Rod. It retails for $29.84. But right now, and I'm not sure how long this sale is going to last, right now, it's $12.97 on their website. I went into the Walmart today, and it rang up for $29.84. It was not on sale. But they had a tag that had $12.97 on it. So I asked about it. They saw the tag, they checked the website, saw the rollback price, and they gave it to me for $12.97. So I bought two of them, one to keep in the box, one to display loose. So there you go. And the thing that is just absolutely gorgeous is this art on the back. This beautiful, beautiful vintage G1 art on the back. I love this thing too. I actually would love to, and I'm not sure if they even make one, but I know that there is one for G.I. Joe, and I know there's one for Masters of the Universe, but there's books that you can buy. They're like big coffee table books that collect the artwork from like advertisements and toys from the 80s. So again, there's a He-Man one, there's a G.I. Joe one. If they make a Transformers book collecting all this artwork, I will absolutely freaking buy it immediately. So if you know of a book that collects that artwork, let me know in the comments, please. And maybe send me a link so I can buy that thing, because I'd be interested in it, definitely. But I got two Hot Rods. Again, they were $12.97 each. But speaking of Transformers, and this is nearing the end of this haul here, but I am going to take a couple things out of box and showcase a couple things here. I picked this one up from Think Geek, and I've had my eye on this thing for quite some time now. This is made by THREEA. It is a non-transforming Transformer. It is Ultra Magnus, and he is huge, and he is awesome. So I saw this one on Think Geek's website. I passed on it a couple times. I think it retailed for $300. And they had a sale a while back, and it went down to $200. But then on, I think it was Black Friday, they had this thing down to half price. So it was $149. So I picked up Ultra Magnus. I cannot wait to show you this thing out of box. And I'll actually show you that Ultra Magnus next to the 3A Optimus Prime that I have from the Bayverse movie. So just as a point of comparison. And then last but not least, in this smorgasbord of a haul, I do have two Mezco figures. And the first one is Justice League, Momoa Aquaman. Very, very cool. Obviously, I'm looking forward to the Aquaman movie. I was a big fan of Momoa in the Justice League movie. He was actually one of my favorite parts in that movie. But I picked up the Mezco, and I'm going to take this out of box and show you what it looks like out of box. And then I also picked up this Mezco exclusive Ronin Wolverine. And I will show you this one out of the box as well. So let me go and unbox these two Mezcos. This 3A Ultra Magnus badass non-transforming Transformer. And I'll be right back. And we're back. So I unboxed the 3A Ultra Magnus figure. I have it next to the 3A Optimus Prime from the movies. I forgot which movie this is from. I think it's Dark of the Moon. Maybe the first Transformers movie. I don't freaking remember. Anyway, here's what they look like next to each other. They're very large, as you can see. It actually has some weight to it too. I can feel die cast in the legs, and it's heavier actually than the Optimus Prime. The Optimus Prime is taller, but this one is heavier. And it's cool because it has like some magnetic features. So the wheels there, this came packaged without the wheels on, but there's magnets in there. So you just kind of put it on there and it sticks on there. Well, I haven't put the batteries in yet, but it does light up. But look at this thing. Let me see if I can get closer to you so you can see it. Just freaking cool. And obviously he looks like Optimus Prime. This is the like unarmored version of Ultra Magnus. So the whole idea is the fact that Ultra Magnus, under all that battle armor, looks like frickin' Optimus Prime, but he's white. When he gets all beefed up and bulked up, his trailer becomes battle armor that covers him up and makes him, has those big stacks on his shoulders and the blue and the red. But the idea is that under all that battle armor, he looks just like Optimus Prime. So this is what ThinkGeek did. They did a exclusive version available only at ThinkGeek. Love the paint. Love the metallic looking paint. I love the wear. If you can see, let me see if I can get closer a little bit. But look at the legs. See like the wear, especially the feet. Like the black marks. It just looks like weathering and like kind of battle damage. It's freaking cool. I love it. So, yes, he doesn't transform. I know a lot of you are like, I'm not going to buy any Transformers that don't transform. But if you're looking for just something to display, like a centerpiece, this is a great, great deal if it's still on sale for 150 bucks. But keep an eye on it. Again, it's gone down, it's gone back up, it went down. If it's gone back up, it might go down again, so just keep an eye on it. But this is a beautiful piece. Highly, highly, highly recommend it if you're a Transformers fan. I'm a huge Ultra Magnus fan, so this is definitely something that I love having in my collection. He does come with a big battle axe too, which you can, it's got like the little thing there, so you can just pop the hand off and pop this on. There's Ultra Magnus. I'm going to go ahead and move these guys so you can see the Mezco figures now. Alright, welcome back, and I did unbox this Momoa Aquaman from Justice League, and here he is. He is freaking cool. I love this thing. Excellent, excellent job on the body there, on the armor, on the paint, but very, very cool. He does come with the mother box, or one of the mother boxes, and I really like this figure. The articulation, obviously it's limited with the armor and whatnot, but you can get off some pretty cool poses. There's the trident. Let me see if I can show you that one right there. But I do like this figure. Obviously people are going to think that it's too limited in articulation, so they'll go with Mafex or SH Figure Arts. Go with what you want. Go with what's most important to you. I personally like these Mezco figures a lot. I like the way they look. I like the way they're, if it's soft goods, I like the soft goods. Like this one right here, he's got these hard plastic armor, but like the pants are like soft goods, but they're like a stretchy kind of rubberish material. I just think that's cool. Sometimes I just don't like all plastic on a figure. Some people, that's their preference. So like SH Figure Arts, Mafex, they like those more because it's just an all plastic figure. I personally like the soft goods, or in this case like the rubber goods, or whatever vinyl, whatever material that is, just makes it feel more realistic to me. And that's why I prefer Hot Toys, that's why I like Mezcos, because of that additional feel. The only drawback on this one besides the limited articulation is the fact that I don't think he has an ab crunch, and I don't want to really try and bend it more because I don't want to break it. But I don't believe there is an ab crunch in this. So if that bothers you, that might be a deal breaker for you. But again, I like the way it looks. I don't put my Mezcos in extremely dynamic poses. I like it. So let me show you the next Mezco figure. Alright, I went ahead and unboxed the Ronin Wolverine. It's one of my favorite Mezcos of the entire year. I have to kind of look at all the Mezcos that have come out, all the ones that I've picked up. But right now, off the top of my head, it's definitely one of the favorite ones of the entire year. It might be one of my favorite figures overall of the entire year. I'm not sure yet. I have to look at everything. But I just really, really love this figure. I just freaking love this thing. And again, it's so different. It's not Brown Suit. It's not Tiger Stripe. It's not X-Force. It's not Old Man Logan. It is a very, very distinct looking Wolverine. And I freaking love it. I love the red scarf there. I love how it has that metal bendy wire in it so you can make it look like it's blowing in the wind. I love the big pants there, the samurai looking pants. I love the shoes. He's wearing like little freaking sandals. The base is cool. And I've said this, I think 3 or 4 times now. It's literally so different. I just love it so much. So This is a very, very divisive figure. I know people that absolutely despise this thing. And then there's people that like it. But I really, really like it. If you bought this figure, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you regret buying it? Do you love it like me? I just really like it. Good job, Mezco. You really surprised me with this one. I love this figure. So there you go. But ladies and gentlemen, that's it for another video. This has been a very, very random video. Lots of stuff, vintage stuff, frickin' Blu-rays, Masters Classics, Legends, Mezcos, a big 3A, Ultra Magnus. Lots of stuff to make me happy. But there you go. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. I read all the comments that you guys post. Again, I asked a lot of questions here. I asked you to comment a lot on different things, so please do. Thanks again. If you liked this video, if you liked anything that I got here, give a thumbs up. I do appreciate that. I believe the next video is probably going to be my Hot Toys haul, but I did get a lot of stuff in my P.O. box, and I actually had some lost packages that were recovered by the post office. Post office lost them and found them, so I might do one before that Hot Toys haul where it's basically just all my P.O. box pickups. So it'll be either the Hot Toys video or the P.O. box stuff next. But again, thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys in the next one, and adios for now.